My dear Nadwi Sahab, religious books talk about the creation of the world and the day of judgment. Then why is there no mentions of dinosaurs in the Quran or other religious books?
Yes, of course, my dear Akhtar, because dinosaurs are not the subject of religious books. Surprisingly, you will not find dinosaurs in mathematics, physics or chemistry books. Either the Holy Quran is the book of guidance, morality and the creator, not a book of prehistoric animals. Searching for dinosaurs is like looking for cooking recipes in a mathematics book. Tell me, my dear Akhtar, do you believe that an infinite regress of causes is possible, or that the existence of a necessary being is real? You have only two options.
Honestly, I am a little confused by this big philosophical work. I do not clearly understand terms like infinite regress, contingency, or necessary being. Could you please explain the process in simple language so everyone can understand it?
Yes, of course, why not? I can explain it in simple words. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's special debate.
Today our topic is one of the oldest and most important questions in human history. Does God exist? Some people strongly believe that the universe has a creator, and others believe that the universe came into existence without any divine power. So today we have three speakers with different viewpoints. On my right side, we have our respected Islamic scholar Mufti Nadwi, who believes that God exists. On my left side, we have an atheist thinker, Professor Mr. Akhtar, who believes that God does not exist. So let's begin this intellectual discussion. My first question is to Professor Mr. Akhtar. Many people believe that God created the universe. So why do you think God does not exist?
Thank you, Mr. Zahid. My position is very simple. I believe that there is no scientific proof of God. Everything we see in the universe can be explained through science and natural laws. The earth, the stars, and life itself developed through natural processes like evolution and physics. If someone says that God exists, they must show clear evidence. Belief alone cannot be proved.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akhtar. Now I'd like to ask our Islamic scholar Mufti Nadwi. Many atheists say there is no scientific proof of God. So how do you respond to it?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
All praises are due to the Creator who created this universe for a purpose. Thank you very much, Mr. Zahid. First of all, we must understand that science itself points toward the existence of a Creator. Let me give you a simple example. Look at this universe. There are billions of galaxies, stars and planets. Everything is functioning in perfect order and balance. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَفِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ آيَاتٌ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth
a science for people of understanding. This universe is like perfectly designed system, and every design must have a designer.
Now I would like Professor Mr. Akhtar to respond. If everything requires a creator, then who created God?
Exactly, this is the main question. If the scholar says that everything needs a creator, then God must also need a creator. If God has no creator, then why cannot the universe exist without a creator?
Okay, my dear professor, that is a very interesting question, but there is a misunderstanding. The rule everything needs a creator is not correct. The correct principle is everything that begins to exist must have a cause. The universe began to exist. Modern science also supports this through the Big Bang theory. But God is eternal. He has no beginning and no end. That's why he does not need a creator. My dear Akhtar, let me give you another simple example. Imagine you are walking in a desert and you find a mobile phone. Would you say that this mobile phone appeared by accident? Of course not. You will immediately say that someone made it. Now think about the human brain. How can such a complex system without a creator?
I agree that the universe is complex, but complexity does not automatically mean there is a God. Human beings created stories about God because they wanted answers to unknown questions. As science grows, many of those mysteries are being solved. So we should rely on evidence and reason, not belief.
Of course, science explains how things happen, but it does not explain why they exist. And science can explain how rain falls, but science cannot explain why they exist at all. Religion answers the deeper questions of life. Why are we here? What is our purpose? What happens after death? Without belief in God, life becomes purposeless.
Thank you so much to both the speakers. Now, my dear audience, I'd like to open the floor for a few minutes for a one-to-one question answer round. So, let's start without further ado with Professor Mr. Akhtar.
Thank you, Mr. Zahid. My dear Nadwi Sahab, religious books talk about the creation of the world and the day of judgment. Then why is there no mentions of dinosaurs in the Quran or other religious books?
Yes, of course, my dear Akhtar, because dinosaurs are not the subject of religious books. Surprisingly, you will not find dinosaurs in mathematics, physics or chemistry books. Either the Holy Quran is the book of guidance, morality and a creator, not a book of prehistoric animals. Searching for dinosaurs is like looking for cooking recipes in a mathematics book. Tell me, my dear Akhtar, do you believe that an infinite regress of causes is possible, or that the existence of a necessary being is real? You have only two options.
Honestly, I am a little confused by this big philosophical work. I do not clearly understand terms like infinite regress, contingency, or necessary being. Could you please explain the process in simple language so everyone can understand it?
Yes, of course, why not? I can explain it in simple words. Contingency means someone exists but does not have to exist. It depends on something else. ensure its existence. For example, the dukh, it exists because someone printed it, and a building exists because someone built it. So if everything depends on something else, there must be a necessary being who does not depend on anything else, that is God.
Thank you so much, my both guests. Now I'd like each speaker to give a final statement. So let's start with the Professor Mr. Nazir.
Thank you, Mr. Zahid. I respect religious belief, but I believe that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Until we see clear proof, it is more reasonable to rely on science and human understanding. Thank you so much, Mr. Zahid.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akhtar. Now I'd like to go to our Islamic scholar, Mr. Nadwi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zahid. Now I am going to deliver a final statement of this debate. Faith in God is not blind belief. It is supported by logic, observation and revelation. The universe life is become, and the human consciousness all point toward exists a wise creator, and belief in God also gives meaning, morality and purpose to human life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to both the speakers for this thoughtful discussion. The question, does God exist, has been debated for centuries. Some people find the answer through science, some through philosophy, and others through faith. We hope today's debate encourages everyone to think deeply and search for truth. Thank you so much and have a good time.